You got something in my basic. You wanna get with me, stop.
Episode 48, starting it off hot. I'm in my feels. Yeah, let me have my moment. Dogs on this side, dogs over on this side. Dead serious. Alright. Gonna close my eyes and sing to the internet. Told me about all your insecurities for what? Drag me like 2 hours to your family's house for what? Give me some time that I should stick around for what? Always feel like sticking around's the same as being stuck. And like guns with the ink in you, getting under my skin. Pretty little young thing had me coughing, got me too excited. You play me, you play me, you play me. Low down, dirty, shameful, crazy. I need to know how that new name you got do the same thing I do for a living, but it's way less wavy. How you even managing to keep straight faces in all the pictures that I've seen lately? Lord knows you still look amazing. That's beside the point I'm making. You're way too opinionated. I had to force it, I have to fake it. You have potential, I could've shaped it. Good God! Waited, I wasn't rushing. Difference in ages. You're old enough, but you're still a baby. Stories you did amazing. Thanks to be loyal, thanks to be patient. Almost before me, that must have changed it. Shifted your focus, lens looking jaded. Died. Oh, deep into the murky waters of the feelings on a Thursday night. How we doing, folks? Sorry for the ear beating right there with the Jaded slowed reverb, but I've been reflecting. Reflecting on my time spent this past year, and it had me in the feels. That's my song, my go-to song when I'm deep in the feels. And I guess to properly break it down for you, I have, again, my handy dandy notebook. And like I said, I've been reflecting. I'm jaded. Way back to my childhood, my dad and his brothers, my uncles, they were basketball players. They'd play ball all the time, and they all had sons, so I had friends to run around with. My cousins, Pac Daddy, who you've met on the podcast, and my cousin Cam. So when we were kids, early memories, like I was maybe 4, 6, 5, they would take us to the gym where they played ball, and there was a little side room over there where they would order pizza and Coke and watch UNC basketball. That's the time when like Vince Carter was there and stuff like that. Maybe Rasheed Wallace. I don't know. I was a little kid. I don't remember who was playing, but I just remember hearing them scream and go crazy and throw pizza and go nuts for the Tar Heels when I was a baby. I have a couple stories, like embarrassing stuff I could tell about Pac Daddy, but I'll let it be this time. I'll save it for when he comes on the next episode, which I need to mention this. Pac Daddy, he came onto my podcast a couple of months ago, and out of nowhere, Pac Daddy is a regular feature on a podcast now that has tons of views, and it's a pretty big deal. It's called Locked On Tar Heels. So give them a look if you're a Tar Heel fan, you're interested in the day-to-day stuff. A guy named Isaac Shade, he posts, I believe that's his name, Isaac Shade. He posts a video every single day about UNC athletics. So Locked On Tar Heels, give him a shout, and look for old Coach K is what they call him, but old Pack Daddy is a regular on the Locked On Tar Heels podcast. So shouts to Pack. But as little babies, we were in the environment of UNC basketball, and my family moved when I was in 6th grade to Oklahoma, and I was alone out there. Everyone out there was a football fan, and I like football, but it's not UNC basketball. So after a year being alone out there, Pack Daddy's family moved out to Oklahoma with me, and the two of us just fell in love with basketball, and we played together every day, all the time. My house, his house, at the church, at the school, wherever. We were all the time playing ball, and we played intense basketball at the house, especially on UNC game days. We'd have family, friends over, and it's dunk ball, like 8.5-foot rims, where you just take it to the hoop, and it gets nasty, it gets ugly, but it's so fun at the end of the day. And we did that for years and years, from day to day, and really why I get into that is I'm trying to give a little backstory on how this last year even happened for me. Playing intense basketball out in the yard as kids, I'm the oldest, so we picked on my little brother, Corey. And how the story usually goes, the one that gets picked on as a kid grows up to be the best ball player usually. And I mean, that's what happened to Michael Jordan when he was a kid. There's a book called Salt in His Shoes. It's like a children's book I read growing up about how his brothers used to pick on him, especially on the basketball court, and give him an ear beating about it all the walk home. And Jordan, it's a good book, but I mean, obviously Jordan ended up being the best player in the world, so his brothers are nothing to him. But that's how it usually works. We picked on Corey, we dunked on him, we gave him an ear beating about it, and sure enough, look at Corey. He's 6'7", and he just worked out today. I called him earlier, and he didn't answer at first. He called back. He said, "Sorry, dude, I was working out." I'm like, sure you were. I was too. Dude, I'm still hurting from the last time I went down to see him. He made me work out. I'll try to find the footage. I got it somewhere. It's just god awful. It looks like the last turkey on Thanksgiving nobody wanted. I'm just skin and bones, dude. I look like a non-athletic Kevin Garnett, just like a rookie Kevin Garnett. It's disgusting. But Corey, I mean, he still works out now. He worked out back then. He was a savage. And as a freshman in high school, he was just an animal, dunking on people. I think as a freshman in high school, he won the regional dunk contest. It's just next level stuff. And so he started playing AAU ball, my brother. And in the summers, he got hooked up with a team, and Kellen Manick and Brady Manick were on that AAU basketball team and traveling around playing ball. So that's how our families met. Come Brady's decision to attend UNC, my dad gets a phone call, and he calls me and tells me that, it's a chance that we might know a UNC basketball player. So I'm like, what? And I knew of Brady. I actually, just a happenstance, when I lived in Oklahoma, I went to a few of his freshman year basketball games, not knowing I would know him or he'd be a friend of mine or on my freaking podcast. I didn't even know I'd start a podcast back then. I have some videos saved on my Snapchat thing of me. I think I was solo at that game. I just went to see, honestly, I'll be honest, I went to go see Trae Young. He was all over ESPN at the time. And pretty cool that the video I have, Brady actually catches the ball, and he's starting, I believe, as a freshman in that game against Iowa State, I think it was. But anywho, fast forward to now, or about a year ago. I didn't know Brady until he made the decision and came here. I met him actually as Action McJackson on Fortnite. That's the first time interacting with Brady. And we played a bunch of Fortnite before the season started at nighttime. That's just our thing. That's what we would do. And that's how it started. We started going out to eat at Outback, this, that, and the other. And I mean, he has a traveling fan base like you wouldn't believe. But for, I mean, grace of God, I was blessed to, 28. I went to 28 UNC games. Most of them, Brady hooked it up. And, I try to give some background on my UNC stuff. I always do a terrible job and go away from my notes, but it's just unbelievable. It's like my life was on this path. It meant to do this and be here for this year. Just unbelievable. I have on my notes, Brady met me as Action McJackson on Fortnite, but now knows me as DJ Witwicky, Trill Murray, and the wicked hot mascot of Manic Merch. Oh, wicked hot. Because of our relationship, 28 basketball games, home and away. I went to Las Vegas, Atlanta, Winston-Salem for the Wake Forest game, Virginia Tech for that game, in Virginia, in the mountains of Virginia, beautiful place, which, oh my gosh, getting there was a scary story in itself. We were in a rented minivan driving 100 miles an hour around the gorge at Cameron Indoor, which by itself, just the one game, much less 28 games. 28 games. That's a lot of games. Wow. Cameron Indoor. Amazing. Went to New York. I'm over here now. Philadelphia and New Orleans, all for the UNC basketball team. It's all over now, so I've been in a midlife crisis. I haven't uploaded a video in I don't know how many days, maybe 11, 12 days. But let me say something. I'll take this opportunity to say, this isn't in the notes, the cool people on YouTube, the cool people of the internet that have been commenting on a few videos. My podcast videos, I know, they're freaking subpar. I'm a moron. Like I said before, I wouldn't have even graduated high school if I didn't shampoo my English teacher's carpet the last week of school. So, I'm not holding any grudges. No Copernicus here. But on the 20-minute highlight video that I put up of Brady a couple weeks ago, dude, the cool people, it's just, thank you guys. It's really cool. And even I don't even like talking about this because I'm the kind of guy where I'm the only one involved with this thing. Like, no one else knows the passwords or whatever. It's just me. And so I am the kind of guy where I post a video and just leave it. I don't care. I don't look. It's not a diss to someone. If someone comments, I don't mean to not say nothing, but I don't know. I don't want to know. But I looked at YouTube today and saw that most of my podcasts get 40 or something, 40-ish views. And dude, looking at it now, it's freaking cool. I know Brady helped out a ton. If he didn't help out, it'd probably still be at 4. But I've enjoyed it, man. It's freaking cool to see a little bit of growth. And like I said before, even if it was just four, if Carrie, Coleman, and my brother are the only people that watch this podcast, I'm going to still do this podcast because I don't have anything better to do on a freaking Thursday night. I'm in the murky waters in my feelings over here in a midlife crisis. Freaking postseason depression. Oh, my midlife crisis. Usually I'm all about NBA playoffs and the season, and no, dude, I couldn't care less. It's all done. It was such a high traveling with UNC that nothing else is going to compare. And it's like short circuiting a few areas in my brain. Like just stupid stuff. The past 4 or 5 days, I've had just a unquenching desire to learn how to play guitar. No, I like almost financially bankrupted myself buying a keyboard and the setup with the speakers, and I don't even do that. I suck at piano still. I want to learn guitar now. It's just half of it's because I threw out my back playing golf on the Oculus the other day. I got a little excited on the back nine and threw out my back. So yeah, no more Oculus for the meantime between time. But yeah, I am in a midlife crisis. I'm freaking Brady thinks I'm 58, but I'm gonna be 30 here soon, and I don't know what I'm doing, bro. Following a college basketball team around like a freaking gavone. It was great though. Best year of my life. So I need to stop aspiring to play guitar and jump up and down and play Black Sabbath music. I need to aspire to let my back heal from my Oculus injury and sit back and play Halo with my friends. That's what I do. That's what I do. And depending on who you ask, I mean, I'm alright. I'm not a savior, but I'm alright with the sticks. Your boy's gonna be there. And yeah, I did have a couple of god-awful games this past week, but I managed to put together like a 9-10 minute Halo highlight from me and the gang. This is some highlights from just the podcast familiars, a few podcast guests. I play Halo with them, and we got after it the past couple of weeks. And I'm going to do better, uploading wise. Every week, it has to be every week. But like I said, dude, I've been in a freaking midlife crisis. I've been down in the dumps about the season being over. I'm just twiddling my thumbs like a freaking frog on a log, not doing nothing with my life. And actually seeing some of those comments on the Legend video brought me back, gave that animal some life. And I really wanted to postpone doing this podcast, but a few of the comments just fired me on up. And I played the Drake music, and Brady said he liked the music intros, and I needed to keep on doing them. So there you go. And I am the best coffee maker east of the Mississippi. Sheets Coffee, fueled by Sheets. That's a unofficial plug. All right, so we were playing Fortnite with a guy the other day. Energy, EN3RG, I think, on Twitch. I downloaded Twitch the other day and watched my first stream ever. I'm freaking old as dirt. I was playing with Energy and Brady the other day, and above the TV I play Xbox on, there's like a little horizon window. It's like a half moon window. And I could see the top of some trees when I'm just sitting there playing games. And in the middle of a fort game, it was pretty tough, like down to the final 20 or something. Some just makes me look up through the window, and I see like huge trees going crazy, and I'm like, what? Hang on, guys. And I like set the headset down, and I look out the window, and there's like trees all the way bent over, like touching the ground, like an actual tornado's outside. And I had no clue. I'm just sitting there with a headset on playing video games, and the world is like going crazy around me. So I'm like, dude, hang on, guys, I gotta go. Sure enough, there was a huge leak downstairs in the kitchen. Freaking water going everywhere. It was like one of the top 3 storms I've ever seen in my life. And I thought hurricane season was over.
I thought the hurricane season was over.
I thought hurricane season was over.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's the thought that came into my head. I watched Pineapple Express a lot. What a freaking terrible reference. I thought hurricane season was over. But yeah, dude, a lot of video game playing lately, trying to get back out of the murky waters. And dude, I'll get there. It just takes time. Time heals all things. If spring can take the snow away, I'll be alright. I have a few vinyl records coming in the mail this weekend, so before I roll this Halo clip, I gotta plug the other half of this little subpar project I have going on here.
Yeah, that's the way it was with my first husband.
On the listening apps on Apple Music and Spotify, I do vinyl soul searching from time to time. Like I said, I'm not shooting Jurassic Park over here. Whenever I feel like doing one, I do one. And I have some pretty sick records coming in this weekend, so I'm going to blast off nice with that. And that's it. I'm about to roll this Halo highlight with the gang. Thank you for watching my freaking podcast. I didn't even talk about nothing this episode. Because like I said, dude, my back freaking hurts. I need to smoke a cigarette. And thank you. Again, I say thank you too many times at the end of a podcast as well. And I don't have an outro set up for you other than the Halo thing. So stick it in your pipe, smoke it, do whatever you want with it. God bless you. See you next episode.
Watch my back.
Down there.
Kid, gain the lead. Victory.
Our ammo reserves are low.
Victory. Lost the lead. Victory.
Our ammo reserves are low.
Ballista. Double kill. Killing spree.
And here I was thinking we were doomed.
Enemies on me.
Kill. No scope.
Enemies on me. Over.
I've never seen so many bones break at once.
Double kill. Grand slam. Killing spree. Triple kill. Over. Victory.